Hi guys, welcome to our Travel Tuesday segment with Kaleido Culture and me, Out of the Normal, aka Dimple. So, we are here today to have a fun conversation about dancers who are training abroad and get into their minds and play with them. So, yeah, let's start. So, let's start with the very first question. Just introduce yourselves by saying your name and where are you right now and what course you're studying and what place.
Okay, my name is Chandana. I am in Cologne, Germany right now, and I'm in my third year studying dance, contemporary dance at the University for Dance and Music, Cologne.
Hello, my name's Avantika. This is so awkward. Uh, I studied contemporary dance in Portugal for the last 2 years. I was training there, and now I'm going to move to Amsterdam. I'm going to start my independent work. Wait, I didn't say the name of my school. It's called Performact. Yeah, that's it. It's in Portugal.
Hi, my name is Sakshi. I'm study in Contemporary Dance School of Hamburg, which is in Hamburg in Germany, and I'm in my third year.
Awesome.
Hi, I'm Tejaswini, and currently I'm studying in Milan, Italy, at an academy called Accademia Susanna Beltrami. And currently I will be starting my third year of professional contemporary dance training.
Awesome. Sick. Okay, so we have everyone who's into contemporary arena. Interesting. Okay. So, the next question. Wherever you are, what has your experience been like so far? Like, if you had to just give it to me in like a sentence, what has your experience been?
It's been really. I've grown a lot, and in different ways, I've become a different person and a different mover, and yeah, I have my school to thank for most of it.
Okay, sweet. Avantika.
If it's only dance related, like my life was like a movie for the last 2 years. Like I didn't even expect what I like experienced. But if it's only dance related, I think that I digressed a lot from just dancing. Like now I use it as a tool in my performances, and I've gotten more into like multidisciplinary and like more than a dancer. I think it was a very holistic education for me to be an artist in general, because I learned like so many things, and also just by doing, and not even like through education, but like just by moving around and seeing different performances and like understanding what I really want to integrate in my performances, like to like have this kind of like confidence that I can do my own work and see what I want to do, and not just dance, but use dance as a form of art was something I learned only, and I could only learn here actually.
That's quite interesting. I second you on that. Yeah. I think we're going to have an interesting chat post the call. Sakshi.
I think mine is a little bit on the other side of Avantika, like literally a little bit opposite, because my school is super technical. And I didn't think I was into it because we didn't have that in Bangalore, and we had it was a lot like workshops. But I also know that I don't fit here, but I also really enjoy it, but I know I can't do it for the rest of my life. So it's like a tool that I would have, but I guess I'm just realizing that I need to probably do more things with this base. Yeah.
Uh-huh. Okay. Yeah. Tejaswini.
For me, my journey studying abroad till now, I think with giving the situation that we were in, the whole pandemic, and not being able to go to the academy, staying at home, I think has been dual in the sense that yes, my academy also helped me grow a lot in terms of my technique and everything. But I think I grew in terms, I'm talking only in terms of dance. I think I grew a lot as a dancer, like that I could motivate myself from inside. Like if we didn't have classes, for example, or if we had holidays, I could not bear sitting on my ass and doing nothing. I would always find something or the other to do and always keep myself busy, whether it's going out, because you can't always go out with friends because you have to maintain social distance, blah, blah, blah. But you could go out alone. So I would still do that. I would not like sit back or something like that. And I think in that sense, it's been a self-discovery with the guidance of my academy and both. And a little bit like Sakshi said, my school is very technical. But I think somewhere I realized that it's a discipline that maybe it's a decision I took. I knew what I was getting into when I got into the school, that it's going to be very technical and very technique oriented. So I will first grow through my technique, and when the time comes, my wings will come out.
So now that we have a little bit about y'all and your summary of your recent journey, let's move on to the rapid fire round, and we'll then come back to some heavy questions again. 10 questions in a minute.
Can't believe it.
Whew. Let's do this. Cool, Chandana, are you ready?
As much as I can be, yes.
And start. One tip you'd give anyone who wants to study dance abroad.
Carry your individuality. It's your strength.
One thing you should look in for a dance school.
The people.
The most unexpected differences in Indian and international process in the dancing arena.
People change anywhere and everywhere, and it's a freedom to do that.
You mean internationally?
Like change clothes anywhere and everywhere, and it's really freeing to do that.
A memorable moment of your training days, or from your performance in those training days.
I worked like last month. I worked with a choreographer called Ryut Shimesh, and for me it was one of the most collective, good energy, beautiful projects I've ever worked on. So it's recent in my head.
Fair enough. One thing you absolutely cannot travel without.
Food from home.
Okay, cool. Wow.
Yeah. Okay, let's go. I'm not prepared, but okay.
Cool. Go. Your dancer crush.
My dancer crush. Oh my god. Okay, it does not have to be any famous personality. Then it's one of my teachers who teach us over here. She's a ballet teacher, and she is beautiful as a dancer and a person.
Okay, dance makes you feel blank.
Oh my god, it gives me voice.
One thing you should look for in a dance school.
Subject, I think.
One thing you absolutely cannot travel without.
Masalas and Maggi.
So Indian. Yes, yes. If you could play a song and dance anywhere in the world, where would it be? Your favorite place to do that?
Very recently, Sakshi and I traveled to Chitfalu, and there was this beautiful wall and a terrace. So it would be there, and the music will be more like an indie music, I think. Indie
okay. One underrated dancer that you think needs to be more in the limelight.
There is this Indian dancer. Oh my god, I seem to have forgotten her name. Aditi Mangaldas. She's a Kathak dancer, but she also puts it in very contemporary framework, and that's really beautiful. And it's sort of my goal if I see in long term. So, Aditi Mangaldas.
Okay. One city or country you would like to perform in?
I guess at Impulse Dance, which is a Vienna international dance festival.
Interesting. So you would like to perform there? Okay. Huh.
At the festival.
A memorable moment from your training days or from a performance?
It's those days where in the morning, very excited, and we dance together and warm up to complete.
Got it. Cool. Thanks. Oh, nice. Awesome. Avantika, let's go. A memorable moment from your training days or from a performance?
From a performance, I had to drink and take a shower in my own pee. Yeah.
This, you mean after the performance?
No, that was the performance.
One city or country you would like to perform in?
Actually, now I really want to perform in India because I think what projects I'm doing has zero audience in India, and I want to see a lot of the reactions of my own audience. But having said that, I actually just want to perform everywhere in the world, man. Why won't I? Like, oh, why would I choose one place?
Fair
Yeah.
enough.
Yeah.
What tip you'd give anyone who wants to study dance abroad?
Do not ever forget what you learn in India. It's super, super, super precious and like super like you take it for granted. And only when you don't have it is when you realize and it's just overhyped going abroad and dancing. Like, yeah, you have an experience and you have a different life. And actually what's good about there is the change of culture, not the training. Not for me.
Okay. So the next question goes, the most unexpected differences in Indian or international dance processes.
In international dance thing, when they like the process, when they're like explaining you something, they're so like according to me this is what you should be doing, and like they're super like careful about how they're like framing things for you, you know. And at least in my training I had all the freedom to take whatever, not take whatever, to say like, you know, actually I don't agree with you and stuff. But in India I would be a lot more like, okay, aise hi karna hai, and like, okay, fine. Like that time I didn't have this like sense of like in thing that, okay, I don't know.
Got it. Yay! Awesome. Sakshi. Okay, cool. Awesome. Dance makes you feel blank.
It's like an yeah, like conscious, like in between your fantasy and reality.
Nice. One city, country you would like to perform in?
Everywhere once. Everyone.
If you could play a song and dance anywhere in the world, where would it be?
The White House. No, I don't know. It would be a situation like, you know, if there's a war happening, I'd be like, stop, watch me, and then everyone would change their mind. Because that's how powerful dance is.
Interesting. I can see what you said about the fantasy and reality bit. Nice. One underrated dancer that you think needs to be more in the limelight?
I think all contemporary movement artists, in general, the contemporary art scene, I wish it didn't have to change so much just so that more people could consume it. And yeah.
Okay. Dancer crush?
I'm in love with, like, I'm a little bit in love with every dancer, but Jason Mabana. Oh my God. He's in the UK. He's in the UK, actually.
Okay.
Yeah.
One thing you can absolutely not travel without?
Music.
Of course. Why didn't it strike me? One tip you'd give anyone who wants to study dance abroad?
Don't for 1 second think it's just going to be about dancing. It's where dance and life comes together, and it just hits you like a...
Interesting. One thing you should look for in a dance school? Yay! Officially done with everyone.
I think we should ask Dimple these questions and see what she thinks.
Okay, I start. One thing you cannot travel without.
Shit. My diary. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, what does dance make you feel? Dance makes me feel dash.
Alignment.
And if you could dance anywhere with a music, where would it be? Absolutely anywhere in the world.
One of my friends is one of my favorite musicians, and we recently shot a video for his, but in my head, I would shoot that entire video in Iceland.
Okay. The one thing you should look for in a dance school.
Freedom and the opportunity to connect, network, and make use of it. Yeah.
One city or country you would like to perform in.
Everywhere. Everywhere.
One tip you'd give anyone who wants to study dance abroad?
Be as open-minded as you can be, because every corner has a surprise for you, which you can either take or not. So be open to meeting new perspectives and channeling that or subtracting that from your experience and your direction.
One underrated dancer you think needs to be more in the limelight?
Underrated dancer. Me. Hi.
Okay, then a memorable moment from your training days or a performance or.
So this was back when I was in Danceworks in Mumbai, and we were doing this platform dance kind of a scenario where we had created solo, group, duo pieces, and there was this foreigner who was studying with Ashley. So she was also performing, and she did her solo piece, and it had like she had a very beautiful story, and she had like stones, like 7 8 stones, which represented something strong about her. And when she performed, um she gave those stones to the audiences, and that felt like she gave a part of her to the audience. So that's something that really stuck with me, and it eventually like aligned with me for even myself as to who I am as an artist. So I feel like that is a very evident memory that I still have, that I remember every time I'm thinking of a performance. So yeah, that.
Nice. And one difference between like Indian and international dance processes.
So many. The difference in the community aspect of it. I feel there's a high chance of the teacher and student where they are also seen as peers. But here I feel it's always seen in hierarchy. So I feel like that's a major difference that I found there, where I felt like regardless of who you are, in which stage of your dance process you are, you're still welcomed as an equal. And that's what I really, really, really find humbling outside. So, yeah.
Yeah, I would agree.
Oh, the last question. How has your training abroad cultivated, elevated kind of thing for y'all in regards to not just dance, but even as a person in a different environment? Avantika can go first, yeah.
Wow, like, man, when I arrived there, I thought it's so normal. Like, I thought, like, yeah, there's no culture difference. Then I attended a party, everyone's naked, dancing. I'm like, what the fuck is happening, you know? But like, just like these things, this is like one of like topmost thing. But I think like I just understood so many different things about life that I would have been so away from in India. And actually, that's who I am also. Like I had so much more choice to like see what I want to pick, what I don't. And in that process, of course, I felt like I was like losing myself. I though cried like everyone 3 months. I was like, "Meko nahi samajh mein aa raha what's happening with me." But like, wow. And then I traveled alone for like 2 months, unplanned, alone. And I met so many people, and actually I realized that more than anything, the people I've met is just wonderful. Like I don't know how to explain. I just had a roller coaster movie for these 2 years. Like it was fantastic. And just so many other things about like how you can normalize a lot of things that are not normalized in India, like from nudity to like even just like friendships and like what kinds of friendships to like what you share. About my emotional intelligence grew so much. I kind of like ignored so many sides of my emotions in general to like even vocalize and verbalize a lot of things. And like dance wise, like fuck man, I don't just dance anymore. I'm so much more aware of what I want to do. And like I'm very glad that I didn't just like take that out, because there are so many things you can do in art, which I had so much like freedom to do. And yeah, and it made me also realize that I don't want to work under anyone. Like collaborating is different, but this like company kind of thing is just not for me. And yeah, like I just love what I do right now. Like absolutely love. I can like cross mountains and like worlds to like make what I want to happen, and that's really really good because I can like believe in it, and it's really, I don't know, I just had so much fun and like learned so much, and just I'm such a different person now.
Nice. I feel like I relate to your like a lot on this. Yeah, like definitely bringing you up after this. But let's move on to the next person. Sakshi, do you want to go ahead?
I think a little bit like what Tete said earlier, like the biggest thing I learned to do was work by myself. Also, because the last 2 years were a bit difficult with Corona and everything, and also for me, it was the first time I moved out of my house ever, and I don't know. I just underestimated how difficult it could actually be to actually just wake up and get to the studio. Because when I was at home, it was my favorite part. But I guess doing the same things, different days, feeling completely different. I'd never experienced this range of emotion ever. Like I don't think I knew sadness before I came here, or freedom. To be honest, freedom too. Like
Same.
yeah, and yeah, it's just finding comfort in knowing the level that you are in, also because your background is so different from everyone who's here, especially my school. I would say it's not too diverse. It's very people from the West and almost everyone from Germany, and almost everyone has the same background. And yeah, to really acknowledge the differences and find comfort and actually embrace it. And yeah, because like if you trust in it and you train, I swear some days I feel like I'm flying in class. I have goosebumps when I'm moving, and yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it's just these things.
Fair enough. Got it. Nice. Range of emotions. Huh. Okay, let's go to Tejaswini. Yeah.
Okay, I think I kind of answered this in the start also. Like my answer would still be the same. That I think it was more about like a combination of a personal journey and also a dance evolving, artist evolving journey for me, and how I can grow by myself. And I think one of the things that I am getting more and more secure about is being okay with vulnerability, which is really hard for me. And yeah, I guess it's not just dance, but the entire situation of being away from home that allows it allows me to be more secure and insecure about it at the same
Vulnerability. Nice. Okay. Thank you. Chandana.
I had a lot of thoughts while I was listening to everyone. I want to start by saying nobody ever speaks enough about how hard loneliness is. And you don't really, at least for me, I didn't really know what it was until I came here. And but I have grown in a lot of ways, and I think that one of the ways that I've grown a lot is I've become very self-aware of my emotions, and not just mine but also the emotions of people around me. There's a sense of empathy that I've cultivated, and um, also this realization that your life doesn't have to be your dance school. Your life is, you're living your life over here. Like, yes, you came here to study dance, but that's not your whole life. There's people outside of it. There's people from the school. There's people from outside the school. You in this space outside the school, like your life is going on, and it's not just in the studio, based on projects and classes and attendance and this and that. And for me, that was also something I had to teach myself, to not take it so seriously, and to yeah, like, how do I truly learn to be happy on my own is something I've I'm not saying I've learned it, I'm still learning it. But that, and I have to also say that, like, Tsetsete, that's the school I'm in, has the queer community is very strong in my school, and I'm very, very thankful for that, because I know that my perspectives on so many things, like, I used to think I'm so open-minded, and I came here and I realized maybe I'm not that open-minded, but there are people around me who help me question and challenge structures every single day, and I'm so thankful for them. And that is something, I mean, yeah, like, all of this comes, it's like entangled, everything that I'm saying, and I agree with also everything that the other three said, but yeah, all of it.
Interesting. That happens so often, right? Like when you think like you are open-minded, but then you are presented with a situation, you're like, was I? Am I? Yeah. Cool. So I think that's the end of the whole session. So we did it. Yay. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you so much for answering honestly and becoming open to answering even what you feel, which can be heavy or which can be a little private. I don't know, like, but just thank you. Yeah.
Ciao.
Ciao.
Bye.